all I have is a pinch on his ankle with my thighs. Like it's barely a guard. So in this situation, we're going to use this position to start getting us back in a position where we can start, getting to some offense, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to use this position to get ourselves back to dogfight. The first and most important thing is I cannot let him have an underhook. He gets an underhook, he's going to cross face me, he's going to flatten me out. My guard is getting past. Like, there's nothing I'm going to do to stop him then, right? So I have to make sure he cannot get that underhook. I do that by keeping this elbow tucked deep inside. Like it's not even up here on my side where he can dig under my elbow. Like it's over accentuated inside, right? The next big thing is I can't let him have a cross face. So I'm blocking this elbow, right? We're here, right? So the first thing we're gonna drill is a little micro movement here right at the beginning because this is super important. So in this position, I'm blocking this cross face. I'm in here, so he's leaning on me. This is important too. This is what I need right here. When I feel this, I'm going to use my left knee. I'm going to bump him forward to get him to post his hands. As he posts his hands, this right hand goes from blocking his elbow to grabbing the inside of his knee. We're here. This hand's coming out and getting my underhook. Right? Let's go back. So we're here. My elbow's in tight so he can't get the underhook. I'm blocking that cross face. His pressure is on me. If he's sitting back and his pressure is off of me, this isn't the play. Because now I sit back, now I try to bump him, he's not going forward. It's not there, right? So I'm blocking, I'm like, oh no, he's gonna pass my guard. Right? I get him to post, I connect to his knee, I've got my underhook, right? This is all we're gonna drill to start with. I wanna get you guys here. Then we'll worry about coming up and doing the next part. One more time. Right, we're here, blocking the cross face, in tight, catch the knee, grab the hip. Right? We're right here. Make sense? All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. So, back to where we started, right? So again, we're here. I'm blocking this cross face. He's leaning in on me. Make sure you're pinching this ankle when we start, right? If I don't have pressure on his ankle, he's already passed, right? That's what's keeping him from passing. I gotta make sure I've got his ankle locked, right? And then I'm just waiting for a moment here where I can bump him and get to my control. Once I get my control, once I bump him, this foot's coming down on the inside of his leg. So that when I come up to my lock or up to my dog fight, my foot is now under his foot.
Oh, whoa.
Right?
Interesting.
Now I have his foot off of the mat.
That's horrible. That's not good.
So this way, what happens when people have overhooks, especially wrestlers, they like to shoot out and square up and go to a front headlock. Right? So yeah, come back. So if I don't have his leg trapped, it's real easy for him to do that. If I have his leg trapped and I feel him starting to run away, I just pick his foot up. Right? So if I keep his foot off the mat, it makes it a lot harder for him to do that, which is the first response from that overhook dogfight position, right? So we're blocking here, here. Foot lands on the inside. When I come up, my foot's underneath his leg. He's obviously going to grab his whizzer here, or I just take his back, right? So the next part that we're going to go to here, once I get to this dogfight, is I'm going to go to what's called homie control, right? So I couldn't get the sweep for whatever reason. And usually the big reason is he has a heavy whizzer, right? So if I'm here and he's whizzering me hard down into the mat, so I step up to stop that whizzer, connect my hands on the far side of his head. Depending on how long your arms are, you may have to go S-grip initially. You might be able to get gable, you might be able to get pretzel grip. It's just going to depend on the length of your arms, right? So we're here. Once I get this, I'm pulling him in tight. I'm now gonna thread this foot right in between his legs. Here. As I land, I'm bringing this knee up and I'm bringing my heel to my knee. So I get this body pinch on him, the body pyramid. And I'm pulling all of this in. So he's tight here. This is homie control. Right? So again, we're here. I'm walking that cross face. Give him the bump, connect, foot to the inside, come up, foot underneath. He gets his heavy whizzer. I step up, connect on the far side of his head. My foot goes in between the legs, and my knee comes to the outside. Body pyramid, tight here. I can even get a little bit more on my side to get a little better angle. Or right there in that homie control. All right?
Can I see that once?
Absolutely. All right, so we're in our quarter shell. Big pump, foot to the inside, come up, get to our dog fight. He gets a heavy whizzer, starts trying to whizzer me back down. I step up, connect, feed the foot in, land in my body pyramid. Adjust my angle, make it tight. Right? Think we can do it? Let's hit it. 3, 2, 1. Well, if they have a heavy overhook right from the start, I'm going to have to step up first just to be able to get my hand off the mat to connect.
Okay.
Right? If they're not real heavy on it, I can just reach up and grab it. Right? So it's really going to kind of depend on how heavy of an overhook you're dealing with. Makes sense? Anything else? No? Awesome. So let's add to this. All right. So once we get to homie control, some of you have already noticed that the balance of your partner as you fall into this isn't great. So there's an easy sweep right from the start. And then when he fights against that, it gives us a shuck to the gift wrap to the back. But we'll go over the sweep first, right? So we're starting the same way. We're in here. I bump him, I get here. Come in, come up. He gets that heavy whizzer. I step up, connect. So now, this next part, you got to use the momentum as you come into the position, right? So as I feed my foot in and I come here and use it and I sweep, and I'm already up on top, right? And I'm already looking to shut the arm, look for my head and arm chokes, everything right here. So, again, we're here, bump, come up, connect. Make sense? Need to see it again?
See that one more time.
Here, just here. Alright, so we're here. Right? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. The same spot getting into our homie control, and this time when I try to sweep him, he shifts his weight so he doesn't get swept. So when he does that, we're going to go right into our shuck squeeze gift wrap, take the back. Alright? So we're here, I'm walking, bump, come up to my dog fight, step up, I try to sweep, he shifts his weight back to this knee. Begins to sweep you here. There you go. Right? So he gets his weight back to the other side. So I go back to my pyramid. I'm here. Right? I'm tight. So as soon as I land in this, I'm popping this. Right? Go back. The way I pop this is I'm tight. I'm shrugging my shoulder. I'm extending my chest into him. And I turn my head. So that now when his hand pops over, my chest is blocking him from getting his arm back. Alright? So now he has a twist to make. He leaves his arm out, I take his arm. Most people start pulling their arm back in to protect it. That gives me my gift wrap. Now that I have my gift wrap, I'm going to come up to take his back. He starts building his base back up, right? So watch this. When I go to take his back, the first movement I make is I bring my hips up to his shoulder, right? It's this. Now this comes over and I can come up on his back. If I stay, come back up. If I stay low and I try to come up on top of him, like it's hard because I got to get my hips a lot higher kind of pull myself over, right? But his shoulders are the lowest part of him right now. So if I slide up to his shoulders, I can put my foot right in and take his back, right? Super easy, right? So this is where we're getting to. Let's do it again. Right. So we're here, bump, dog fight. Control, I try to sweep, he brings it back. I immediately turn, shuck, get my chest to the back of his arm, grab my gift wrap, right? My hips slide up towards his head. I put my foot in and I'm on his back. That easy. What's that?
It's cheering us
So,
on.
once more. Up, grab, try to sweep, shuck, grab, hips up, foot in, I'm on his back. Make sense? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. So, when I get my shuck, squeeze, gift wrap, and I come up, like if I don't want to be up on his back, then I just go, right, swing move the spider web. Right? So there's other plays off of that, because I agree, like I don't like the person being turtled and me being up on their back where they can elevate their hips and now I have to, go wherever they go, so it becomes one of those things like if I can get my hook in and kind of kick their knees out as I go and flatten them, then we're good. But if not, then I'm usually probably gonna either come off and hit the spider web, or I'll actually disengage my hooks and do a forward roll and roll through and take their back that way. Is usually the 2 plays that I will go for. So, no questions? Nothing? All right, well, we're gonna get a picture, then we'll get water mouthpieces, then we'll do some position battles. We're gonna be battling a lot from this quarter shell today, working on these controls, working on this so you get some live resistance, right? All right, let's get a picture.